my life being a journey several years ago, I had asked myself, Diane, are you aware of your journey? Are you conscious of your journey? And I ask other people, I'm like, are you conscious of your journey? And they're like, what the hell? I'm like, no, for real. Do you pay attention? Are you conscious of your journey? So I thought to myself, of course I'm conscious of my journey. I know that I have to wake up in the morning, I gotta get the kids off to school, I gotta get to work, I have to pay the bills, I gotta come home, we gotta make dinner, we gotta get, stop off at the grocery store, we gotta do all these things, we gotta take them dance, hockey. The weekend comes, we change it up a little bit, and then Monday comes, we start all over again. So of course I'm conscious. But you see, what I realized about 6 years ago about my journey was that I really wasn't conscious. I was merely existing. So 6 years ago, it would have been August 14th, 2010. It was a sunny Saturday afternoon, typical chores, doing our thing, kids are playing in the pool. Phone call comes in around 3:05. And my husband picks it up in his office. Within a few minutes, he comes back and he's ghost white. And he says, he's gone. I said, what? And he said, he's gone. I said, who's gone? What are you talking about? Jay. They found him dead in his truck with a shotgun beside him. And you see, what happens is you get the stages. There's the stages of trauma and shock, and then you're sad, and of course the next stage is anger, right? And we're angry because we can't reconcile what just happened to us. You know what? You get angry, and it's okay to be angry. They say it's okay, be angry. So I was angry. I was angry at the world. I was angry at him. I thought, how dare you? How dare you do this to us? You ruined my life. You messed it up, because nowhere in my life, nowhere in my blueprint did it say that this could happen. See, I didn't know how to deal with it now, and I was angry at him, and I blamed him. And you see, it's okay to be angry, but you see, after a year, I was still angry. I couldn't see straight. I didn't see the good in anything. And you see, what happened was that I became so toxic. When you're angry for so long, you're toxic. I was sick, and I was in tears. I thought, I can't be angry anymore. And I thought to myself, what in God's name is making me think the way I think? But for the sake of a visual, let's say whiteboard. We walk into this world with this whiteboard, and there's nothing on your whiteboard. We come into this world, we don't judge, we don't have any preconceived notions, we know nothing. We come into this world pure. And people start putting messages on your whiteboard. And essentially it starts off with your parents, and they want to teach you the right from wrong, do good and bad, what you can and can't do. They shape you. They shape you to be the little people that they want you to be, because they have messages too, and they have visions of how they want to see you. Right? So these messages continue to accumulate over time, and they create your belief system. And your belief system is what creates your thoughts. So you see, I had to go back and look at my whiteboard and say, what messages do I have? And so my parents came from this war-torn country. They had their trauma, their misery, their issues that they had brought on into this world when they came to Canada. And you see, their circumstances were very different than mine, but their belief system got put onto me. So I was taught to believe that you should never ever trust anybody, because they were hurt by so many people. They wanted to protect me. Fair enough. But you see, I was little, I didn't know any different. Whatever they tell you, you believe it, right? How many of you have grown up knowing there's a boogeyman in your closet? Right? Somebody somewhere along the line told you there's a boogeyman. See, I didn't do that. My kids, I used to say the lady. I'd be like, if you don't do that, I'm calling the lady. I'd be like, Mama, no, don't call the lady. We don't know who the lady is, but I'm like, I'm calling the lady. And the phone would ring, my kids would ring, Mama, is that the lady? And I said, I don't know. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? It might be. Right? We don't know who the lady is, but now my kids are 16 and 19. Mention the lady, they'll start twitching. They freak out. But right? So we placed that on them, and that's what we grew up with. We grew up with things. So my mom used to say to me, don't ever get excited. My God, don't get excited. Something bad will happen. Anybody else raised in a European home? They've got to be the most superstitious people I've ever, right, on the face of this earth. So my mom used to say, my God, don't do that. I'm like, Mom, stop. Stop already. So I go through life, and I remember being through high school, and I remember who I needed to be. They told me who I should be, but I used to look around and I'd look at who I wanted to be. And you see the discrepancy between who I was and who I wanted to be. It caused me so much grief and anxiety and depression and sadness, and I had no hope and no purpose. My dad used to say to me, you have to make money in order to be successful. That was his definition of success, not mine. But see, I didn't know any different. So I would look at people in high school and I'd look and they'd have money and I didn't. And I'd say, well, you have money and I don't, so I really don't belong in your class. So I would shy away from them. You see, my thoughts told me, you don't belong there. So they would look at me and go, look at how snooty she is. She doesn't want to hang out with us. And ultimately, I created my own results because I didn't have any friends. They didn't invite me to do anything. So what happens is you kind of deviate from things and then you fail at them and then they say, what did I tell you? I told you so. And it goes on your whiteboard. Here's your So what happens, I go through high school and now because I wasn't trying, I really didn't have any purpose, what would happen is I got a 60. Oh my God, that just defined me. Slap right dab in the middle of my whiteboard saying, guess what? You're now not smart enough to even go to school so that you can get a good job, so you can get good money, so you can be successful. And so I really struggled. So in grade 13, of course, we had somebody that believed in me. She goes, come on, you can do this. And I pulled out my grades. I ended up going to university. I went to college. I got a job at 23. It was an amazing job. Back 24 or 5 years ago, I was getting like $24 an hour, full benefits, full pension. And I thought, oh my God, I'm successful. Dad, I'm successful. I got a good job. I got it all, right? 3 years later, I am depressed as all heck because I can't figure it out. I have everything, yet I feel like I have nothing. Why? Because I was living the definition of success, but it wasn't my definition, right? And so 32 weeks into my pregnancy, 8 weeks before he's due, he comes into this world, my baby boy. And a half an hour of being into this world, the doctors came and said, we're really sorry, but he has a heart. There's something wrong with his heart, and we don't think he's going to survive. I'm like, what? Oh my God, I was excited. Something bad happened. And so what happens is it validates everything that's on your whiteboard. It validates it. And you went, holy crap, she was right. But you see, rather than fall into that pattern, I had to stop and look at my whiteboard and say, seriously, what is it that's making me believe? You know what? Everything that happens to us in life, good or bad, it doesn't matter, it's a gift. But see, we are programmed to believe that it has to be a certain way. And if it's not, then it's not okay. And you blame everybody. It's your fault. Or it's because I wasn't supposed to be excited. Right? And so I had to look at it and say, you know what? My son came into this world with a heart condition for a reason. We are proud and thrilled to say that he's 19 years old and he is changing lives. And everybody needs to know Tyler. Yeah. So he takes photography and he speaks, he tells stories through his lens. So everybody needs to meet Tyler. So I'm blessed, that's a gift. I put that on my whiteboard. You see, what I did was I went and I erased every single message on my whiteboard that was no longer applying to me. It no longer served me. I erased it because if you don't erase it, what's going to happen is you're going to always refer to it. If it's there, you're going to refer to it. Because you carry this whiteboard around, by the way. And you take every step and every thought and you go, wait. Oh no, it says I failed. I shouldn't do this again. Oh wait, it says I shouldn't be excited. So you need to get rid of every single one of those messages, which is what I did. And then what I did was I said every single message that I wanted up there, I would take my marker and I would write down every message that I wanted on that board, including having my son come into this world with a heart condition, including losing Jay. You see, Jay had a purpose in here in life. And while he may not have had a voice while he was here physically, he has a voice now. And it's through me. And he's changing lives. So you see, every single step, every move you make is a gift. Remember that. And it's a gift for me to be here in front of this large crowd, in front of all of you, because you will ultimately change my life. And I thank you for that. Thank you. Have an amazing night, and God bless.